Welcome to ArchRivals Football, sponsored by Raz Energy and Steiner Sports. Here is your starting lineup. Number 20, Darnell the Playmaker Sallins. Number 94, Alex the Bearman Kazzaz. Number 69, Ricky the Preslit Winkowicz. And in tribute to our fallen colleague, ArchRivals Football, Ring of Honor member, Alex Fleming. This show is a Pain Train Pipe Bomb production.
Ladies and gentlemen, what's going on? How y'all doing on this Tuesday, November 9th, 2021? As you can see, it's the Playmaker, Darnell Sallins here, who is the leading off man tonight because Ricky's needed to take the night off, so I am in charge for the night. With me out down there in Texas, the Bearman of Texas, Alex, what's going on?
Well, I think you know what's going on in my case, but here I am.
Now, let me first start by saying thank you to everybody who wished me a happy birthday on yesterday. I appreciate it. We couldn't respond to everybody because I was on my way back from Fort Lauderdale, Florida, but I did make it back safe and sound, as you can see. And Bearman, this weekend was pretty unpredictable, to say the least.
Well, as far as the picks go, above everything, aside from my team getting fucking humiliated, which we'll get, you'll have to forgive the language, but I'm in serious mode. This was the worst fantasy football week in my history with fantasy football.
I mean,
the picks, the fantasy football. I mean, it was a horrible week.
Football was unpredictable.
Yeah, unpredictable. There we go.
Unpredictable.
Certifiably unpredictable. There we go. Certifiably unpredictable.
Even though Ricky's not on the show, he can hear me. So, Ricky, we at week 9, we still are using your term DTA right now.
I think that's gonna stick for the rest of the season, gentlemen. That's probably gonna go into the playoffs, probably into the Super Bowl.
So it was some crazy stuff happened. But before I get into that, we had some breaking news happen. If Ricky can play that lovely soundbite that we got. And so breaking news happened out in Carolina, Bearman.
Out in Carolina.
Are you ready for this?
I have a gut feeling I know what it is, but throw it out, buddy.
Sam Darnold will be out for several weeks. I believe he had a fracture. I forgot where. Fractured scapula. He's gonna be out. He's gonna be out for a while. I mean,
let's not sugarcoat it, Playmaker. Let's assume he's gonna be out for the freaking season. I mean, I've never heard of this whatever fracture. I mean, obviously, I'm not a medical expert, but the way of that, the sound of that word, it sounds serious. And it's a fracture in the shoulder. Yeah, at this part of the season, yeah, forget it. He's done. I mean, it'll be a damn miracle if he comes back. But if we're gonna play it safe, then forget about it. He's gone. He's done.
I mean, Ricky did call for PJ Walker, didn't he?
He sure did, but I don't think Mr. Winkowicz predicted the injury.
Nah.
I'm sure Ricky was leading on the instincts, and he's good at that. Ricky's.
Shout out to our buddy Steve Wallman, who's in the chat.
Oh, Mr. Wallman, more news relating to the.
Breaking news on Pipe Bomb Radio NYC.
Seen that?
No fucks
I said at least, but
Well, Mr. Critical Broncos fans is actually has a little bit of information. It's something the fracture in the shoulder blade that's in basic terms. And Mr. Critical Broncos fan, who by the way is a gentleman and good game brother, I would love to shake your hand, but obviously that's impossible. But he does point out that it's on Sam Darnold's throwing shoulder, so that solidifies my belief that he's done for the year. I mean, you can't rush these injuries because not only does it just easily aggravate it, but then the terms could be, affect for a long time. I mean, some of these injuries just don't go away. Your shoulder's never the same. That's gonna affect you.
They didn't say out indefinitely. They didn't say out for the season. They said out for several weeks.
Out for several. Okay, I mean that's what they say, but based on how I see with this point of the season, I mean,
it's only to have main mark of the season. You still got the second half.
Well, we'll see.
That's another 8 weeks. So.
Well, so I guess assuming the Panthers make the playoffs and Darnold will probably be back on the field.
We'll get to those Carolina Panthers later on in the show. Steve Walman did put it in the chat. I don't know if Ricky got that sound bright, ready to go. Go ahead.
Breaking news on Pipe Bomb Radio NYC. No.
So this is interesting here. Out in Green Bay, Wisconsin, the NFL has fined the Green Bay Packers $300,000. Aaron Rodgers and Allen Lazard both fined $14,000 for violating COVID protocol. Or as we say here, the worldwide bastard.
Aaron Rodgers really, he lost sponsorship kind of thing as a result of this whole situation, didn't he? Was it State Farm? It was some sort of medical clinic in Wisconsin. Did he really? Oh wow!
State Farm. He lost State Farm. He lost the local the local medical thing out there in Wisconsin. You cannot mislead, as the word he said, people, especially in something like this, when people's lives have been lost, and people are afraid they're like they don't. You have people out there who have died from this. You have people out there who caught it and is telling y'all, I won't wish this on my worst enemy. And you have people who are afraid of getting a vaccine. You have to be careful in these situations. He was not careful. He played with people's minds. And that's why he's in the position that he's in.
In my case, I was asked for my comments. All I can say is, look, I really don't know what to say, honestly. I mean, I can't just repeat what you just said because I guess I could say that, but, it's probably going to be argued that the Packers are getting a light punishment. And according to Mr. Critical Broncos fan, yeah, it's a very deserving of the fines. And he's actually suggesting, well, honestly, if I'm being honest, he hopes that they lose a couple of draft picks, assuming that this continues. As far as the Packers go, anything I say is merely a theory, but, the fines happened, and if this bites him in the ass for the rest of the season, then fine, whatever. But as far as me feeling bad for Aaron Rodgers, I'm like, well, he's a grown man, and, he should have known better, right? What else can I say?
Jason, thank you for joining us on the Facebook chat. We got Critical Bronco over there watching us. Is that the YouTube channel?
Oh, yes.
He's watching us on the YouTube channel. Those of you who watching, share it out. Let's get more people in here. All right, Bear Man, it's time to get to a week that all three of us would like to forget right now in one form or fashion. What? First up, we have a rivalry. It was down in the Big Easy, New Orleans, Louisiana. The Atlanta Falcons taking on the New Orleans Saints, and Trevor Siemian's first start, Bearman, did not go well whatsoever.
Oh my God, this is embarrassing too. I Not gonna sugarcoat. I picked the Saints, and it turns out the Saints got humiliated. When I thought the Saints were gonna take care of business, and they didn't do it.
Shout out to Matt Ryan and the Atlanta Falcons. 27-25 win. And Cordero Patterson took over the game. You know the guy who was a running back, but Ricky said he's not a running back.
Well, he's not a running back.
That guy took over the game.
6 catches, 126 yards.
I mean, the Saints did come back and take the lead, and then Cordero Patterson put the Falcons in position to win the game. So, very disappointing loss. That's a second disappointing loss at home for the Saints. First was the Giants. Now you just lost to the Falcons. I mean, Sean Payton, what you gonna do? You don't have James Winston for the rest of the year. Trevor Siemian and Taysom Hill are your 2 quarterbacks now.
I gotta ask, was it a mistake to start Trevor Siemian over Taysom Hill?
No. Taysom Hill was coming off injury. Taysom Hill is not a true quarterback, if you really think about it. Did he play quarterback at BYU? Yes, he did. But he doesn't throw the ball down the field. When you see Taysom Hill on the field, what he does mostly?
Run.
Exactly.
Or catch.
And then then you got him playing tight end, fullback, wide receiver, kickoff specialist, kick return.
In a baseball world, that's known as a utility player.
That's what he is, okay?
Yeah.
So Taysom Hill.
Not sure if in football it's the same term, but everybody knows what I mean.
So guess what? Taysom Hill was not starting was the correct move. Trevor Siemian has to be better. Plain and simple. You got your team. You know Mike Thomas is not coming back. You know James Winston is not coming back. You got your team. What y'all did to Tampa, you did not do to Atlanta. I'm talking about the defense. Y'all punched Tom Brady in their damn mouth. And you let Atlanta come in your own building and punch you in the mouth. That's why the favorite turn is every given Sunday. Any given Sunday. That's what this past Sunday was, any given Sunday. What's next on the docket?
Oh, boy.
Here we go. Arlington, Texas. Jerry Rill, the $1 billion playpen, and the return of Dak Prescott. And the Cowboys laid an egg.
Abso-fucking-lutely unbelievable, unacceptable.
Cowboys laid an egg. And let me be the first to say, I was looking Mike McCarthy's side eye on why Dak Prescott still finished this game. But you know, Barry, man, I hate to say it. This is gonna shock you. But now I understand why Dak Prescott was still in the game.
Why?
Do you know what the time of possession was between the Denver Broncos and your Cowboys?
I actually have the gut feeling because, as a matter of fact, I got it right in front of me. I got those notes right in front of me. 41 minutes the Broncos had of time possession. The Cowboys had less than 20 minutes.
They had less than 19 minutes.
I mean,
meaning Dak Prescott and that offense didn't do a damn thing.
I mean, except get garbage time stats. You know, I still stick with the fact that the Cowboys offense got shut out. I don't care if they scored 16 unanswered points. Those are garbage time points. Those are nothing to be proud of. And there are fans out there, you know, of course, after I do my usual recap, you know, of course, I tell the truth. These fans go out to me and telling them I'm being too hard on them. Those are garbage time stats. How the hell could you be proud of that? Good God. I don't get it. You see, this is why I separate myself from these freaking fans, because I tell the truth, and of course, they want to crucify me about it because they just can't handle it. I mean, seriously. Yeah, fine. He threw 2 touchdowns, but in garbage time. Where was that at the beginning of the game? Okay, I'm going to tell you this: the Cowboys were unprepared, and above all else, they were flat out arrogant, absolutely arrogant, and that bit them in the ass, and rightfully so. They didn't deserve to win. So all I can say is they better get their shit together this week. I mean, right now you're gonna have to convince me why the hell I should believe that they're gonna beat the fucking Falcons. And I'm not kidding. All right. The people who say I'm being too hard, I'm overreacting. No, what I saw, okay, that has bitten teams in the ass many times, and that's haunted them, okay. So, and CeeDee Lamb even admitted that last week's practice was quote not crisp. But well, you know what? Make it count this week. Get it together, because that is unacceptable. All that talent, and you get shut out. I mean, the Broncos missing three offensive line, and their running game had nearly 200 yards and killed us. I mean, humiliating. There's the arrogant part, too. Now, I was a little bit hard on the defense, so the defense did make mistakes. I mean, I don't even understand that stupid rule on that pump block. I mean, I don't even want to talk about that. That's just one of the dumbest rules I've ever seen in my life.
No, it's not. Because now when I thought about it, the dude actually did kick the ball. It was blocked, but it did go forward, which is still as a punt. And went past the line of scrimmage. What happened when the ball go past the line of scrimmage and the return team touches it?
It's a first down, but...
No, when the return team touches it and they don't cover it, that's a muff punt, right?
Yeah, that's Leon Lett moment right there.
That's pretty much what happened. You had the block punt, then the dude touched it when the ball was past the line of scrimmage, and never recovered it.
I just, there's too many rules. That rule, it doesn't matter what I think. It's not like the NFL is going to change it at my request, or anybody's request for that matter.
And to be honest, I hate to say this, Bearman, but y'all was the start of the crazy week that was Sunday. It started with Dallas.
It started with us, and of course Sunday had to end also in a crazy way. So it started the same way it ended. No, it's the same way it ended. I mean, look, Micah Parsons. I'll give the man a ton of credit. That Micah Parsons was amazing. Okay, and Dan Quinn. I wish this would have been confirmed before I did my recap. But I think Dan Quinn, the defensive coordinator of the Cowboys, revealed that there were 14 missed tackles. 14. So I thought at first maybe I was too hard on the defense. Then I corrected myself, but I think now maybe I wasn't. Okay. Part of me says, look, Alex was frustrated. I couldn't think straight. Maybe that's true, but I'm not going to use that as an excuse. But I did praise Dak Prescott for one thing. He did not use the calf injury as an excuse. So and I'll give him that. I mean, you could anyway, because from what I saw, he wasn't suffering any ill effects.
And your stud corner got burnt again.
He got burnt, and of course, the fucking penalties.
He got burnt by Tim Patrick.
Huh. And Teddy Bridgewater is usually a guy who can't throw the ball deep, and he did.
Not Corner Sun. By the way, Jerry Jeudy returned.
Yeah, he had a good game.
But Tim Patrick took over. I mean, I'm surprised. So that what took place in Arlington, Texas. What's the next game up?
Well, hold on. I got to answer the critical Broncos fan question. What did you say about the Broncos on your show? Well, the Broncos, anything could happen with them. They could show up or they can't. There's a lot of things you said about the Broncos, but I remember one thing. If you give the Broncos their chance to win, if you underestimate them, boom, you just bit yourself right in the ass. You just shit the bed, brother.
All right, then we get to a game where this was ugly. It started ugly. And it finished ugly. It started ugly because couldn't no offense do anything. And then all of a sudden, pick six by New England Patriots, and it went downhill from there for Carolina and Sam Darnold.
Well, there's a little bit of a highlight about this game. Certainly about Mac Jones allegedly, grabbing the ankle. And
they ain't no legend. He actually did that.
No, he grabbed the ankle, but I think the alleged part is he tried to hurt. But I'm like, okay, that's ridiculous. No, he was trying to make a stop. Or, I mean...
It depends on how you view it, because he did turn his body at the same time the man twisted his ankle. It's not a good look. I would say that. He didn't have a good game. He played bad. I'm pretty sure Ricky was going to test that. That was Matt Jones, probably one of Matt Jones' worst bad game he ever played this season. Defense. Oh my gosh. Here come the defense. And this is what Ricky was talking about when it comes to the Patriots. Defense gets back in form, you have a problem.
You got a big problem on your hands.
Because now, guess what? New England is in the 7th spot in the AFC right now. And do we really want the Patriots in the playoffs right now? I don't think so. But New England got it done. They got a good one coming up on Sunday, but hopefully Ricky will be back on Saturday to talk about that with you. I won't be available. So shout out to the Patriots. They are moving in the right direction. What are 5-3 right now? I believe I had y'all bye week.
5-4.
5-4. They have a bye week yet. Okay. 5-4 on the year, and they right in the hunt for the playoffs. Sam, like we told you earlier, Sam Darnold's gonna be out, so it's gonna be PJ Walker for some weeks.
Well, the Patriots case, with the Bills kind of like falling down, yeah, there's a lot of hope for the Patriots.
Can we call it the game of the week? The crab cake.
Might as well.
The big crab cake down in Baltimore, Maryland. It was the Ravens playing host to Kirk Cousins and the Minnesota Vikings.
I mean, in the Vikings case, another game, another blown lead.
I mean,
the Vikings, they could be 8-0 right now, couldn't they? They really could. If you look at all the results of the games, that missed field goal, them blowing the leads, blowing their chance, the Vikings could be 8-0. I mean, I don't know how Mr. Brockman would react to it, but I really do believe the Vikings could be 8-0 if it weren't for all the miscues.
You was up 2 possessions at 2 different times in the game, one in the first half, one in the second half, and the Ravens still managed to catch you. They still managed to catch you. It wasn't no offense. It wasn't no passing explosion from the Ravens. The Ravens do what they do. They run the damn ball. We saw Le'Veon Bell for once. Lamar Jackson ran for 100 yards. Dante Freeman did his thing. And like I said, we saw Le'Veon Bell. So, I mean, Minnesota. What's going on here?
Minnesota, 3 games that went into overtime this year, and they're 1-2. And I believe, and Critical Broncos fan mentions that Minnesota didn't even commit a turnover and they lost. I think that was the same thing last week. That's 2 back-to-back weeks. They don't commit a turnover on offense, but they lose the game.
And honestly, I can't even crucify Kirk Cousins on this one.
You just can't. You see, this is what I'm talking about. Kirk Cousins plays relatively well, but then of course people are going to say I'm an absolute idiot. I could honestly care less what those people think. I mean, I know what I'm saying. Look, Kirk Cousins, yeah, at times, obviously he has his fair share of mistakes, but for the most part, Kirk Cousins has been playing respectably well. I mean, I've always said it for many years. Whether you like the dude or not, there's no denying the dude can throw. He's got a good arm.
I mean, it's amazing how these games unfolded this past Sunday. It's amazing.
Oh, I mean, at the same time, we can't deny some people say Kirk Cousins has no weapons. Like, okay, no, that's absolutely false. He's got Jefferson. He's got Adam Thielen. Yeah, he's got
whoever said Kirk Cousins don't have no weapons, they need to look themselves in the mirror and define what a weapon is in the NFL.
I mean, he's got the future. He's got a potential future Hall of Famer, Mr. Justin Jefferson.
Who by the way burnt Marlon Humphrey for a 50-yard bomb?
Yeah.
That actually got the scoring started? I mean, I don't know. It was just one of those Sundays. But but when the Ravens got the ball back and they drove down the field, they got Mr. Automatic on the sideline.
Well, Darnell, correct me if I'm wrong, but didn't the Vikings get an interception in overtime? Will the defensive line tip the ball and then caught it? Or
Anthony Barr?
Yeah, Anthony Barr. The Vikings and the Vikings. There's that opportunity right there. They don't take it, man. That's been one of the problems. I mean, overall, the problem is the Vikings aren't winning. But then when you dig deeper into the reasons, that's one of the reasons. The opportunity right there on a silver platter, but you can't get it done.
Matter of fact, I think they turned it back over.
I think they did. They? I mean, I don't remember. I don't remember.
I think they turned it right back over.
Okay. I mean, I don't remember. I mean, but the bottom line is, even if they did turn it over, I mean, still you have that opportunity, but you can't get it done. That's an opportunity blown away. It's like it's one of those come on, man moments. Come on, man.
And you let Mr. Automatic get on the field. You know what happens when he gets on the field.
Oh boy.
We don't call him Mr. Automatic for no reason.
No, sir.
I mean, he did kick a 66-yarder this year. So shout out to the Ravens. One of the few.
I mean, I just gotta say this off the bat. That's 2 Longhorns who at least cheered up the Longhorn fans. 2 of them. We'll get to the other one later.
Yeah. Shout out to the Ravens. One of the few favorites to actually win a game this Sunday.
And we actually got that one right.
Oh my goodness!
Boy.
Oh my gosh! Oh my goodness!
I mean,
oh my goodness!
Ricky. I mean, Ricky would love to laugh at us. I mean, if he does, then he's absolutely right. I mean, Ricky picked the Browns, but we picked the Bengals. You and I. I know I picked the Bengals.
Like I say, the theme for this week is Any Given Sunday, because the Bengals came out super flat. I mean, Joe Burrow throwing unadvised picks, Jamar Chase going back to preseason, Jamar Chase dropping passes. I'm looking around like, y'all coming off a bye week and y'all looking like this. Baker Mayfield ain't put up no big ass numbers.
Nope.
You had a pick 6 from one field to the other end zone. Pick 6. It was turnovers galore around here in Cincinnati. You get a turnover. You get a turnover. You get a turnover.
I mean, the running game. Nick Chubb, 14 carries, 137 yards, 2 touchdowns. That's an average of close to 10 yards. It's 9.8, but I like to round, so it's 10 yards.
Y'all let Baker Mayfield off the hook, Cincinnati. Baker Mayfield.
This is one of the moments. Don't trust anybody, but apparently I can't get that through my head. But I think starting this week, I think that's going to change, especially for my team.
I mean, I don't even think Baker Mayfield barely threw 400 yards.
Baker Mayfield actually had 218 passing yards.
218, okay.
14 for 21, 2 touchdowns. Respectable. Didn't seem to be showing any ill effects by the shoulder.
When the other team ain't doing nothing offensively, you don't got to do much.
Right, I mean,
Baker Mayfield, they got rid of OBJ, and Cleveland came out and said, "Hey, we still run Ohio."
Speaking of OBJ, hasn't found a new home yet.
Oh, that's coming.
Definitely coming.
That's coming. But Cincinnati, y'all got to look in the mirror now. That's back-to-back ass whoopers y'all took. Y'all got your ass whooped. Y'all got your ass whooped by the Jets before you went on the bye. We were just embarrassing, even though you only lost by like a single point, but that's still embarrassing. You come off the bye week, and your ArchRivals whooped your ass.
The Cleveland defense got 5 sacks.
Who knows how many turnovers they got? Every time you turn around, they got the ball.
You want to talk about turnovers? I mean, there's a total of 3, 2 interceptions and a fumble.
Cleveland defense was going off on Cincinnati. So Joe Burrow and company, y'all gotta correct some things, because that was embarrassing, to say the least. Very embarrassing. Moving on, baby. Whew. What's next on the day? Oh my God!
Oh my God!
The upset of all upsets.
You know what's so funny about this game, Darnell?
Josh Allen
versus Josh
Allen. And Josh Allen of the Jaguars got the better of Josh Allen of the Buffalo Bills.
Oh my goodness. I mean, 1 sack, 1 interception. I've never even heard of
a fumble recovery too.
I've never even heard of have you ever heard of Jacksonville's Josh Allen before that day?
Yes. I knew about him in college, Kentucky. I mean, he is the last of the remaining group of the Jaguars defense that we knew about when they had Jalen Ramsey, AJ Boye, and that crew right there, along with Miles Jack, who's still with the Jaguars too. Josh Allen and Miles Gay are the 2 remaining up from that defense.
I mean, if anybody had not heard of Josh Allen from Jacksonville, then I mean, now you have.
I mean, what the hell, Josh Allen for Buffalo?
I mean, you know what? The hard part for me is Josh Allen's my starting quarterback on fantasy, and I mean that's 3 players Josh Allen, CeeDee Lamb, and then Chase Edmonds. I mean, it was a bad week.
Josh Allen, they do a damn. They ain't do a damn. It's a field goal battle here. And Jacksonville Jaguars scored 9 points in a win. 9.
I mean, this is a game that you just like. You even if you're a Jacksonville fan, you're bored to death, but you don't want to get up. Have you ever been in that situation before, Darnell?
Like
you're bored to death, but you don't want to stop watching because anything could happen.
You were watching what took place in Dallas, and we were using a red zone, correct? So we get to see all the scores. So we know what was going on in Dallas, and then you just looked at and you just end up watching the Jaguars. You like. Is this actually happening right now?
Yeah.
The Buffalo Bills, who smacked around Houston, Miami, beat the Ravens, beat the Chiefs, and you can only score 6 points against the Jacksonville Jaguars.
I mean, I'm looking at the Bills' schedule. The wins that the Bills have racked up
are impressive wins.
Yeah, I mean,
what if it was a good team, or they just beat the hell out of the team that's supposed to beat the hell out of?
I mean, the game against Kansas City tells a different story, but I mean, aside from that, oh boy.
I mean, I just don't understand.
I mean, who's under more pressure now? Is it the Cowboys or is it the Bills? I'd probably say the Cowboys on my case, but
I mean, do you really want to compare the two conferences right now?
I mean, the difference is the Cowboys are still like 3 games clear in the NFC. In the NFC least, I'm still going to call it that. And in Buffalo's case, Buffalo is New England's right there knocking on the door, and I forget that the Patriots are 4-0 on the road. I mean, the Patriots are right there knocking on the door. If the Bills don't get it together, well, you can safe to say the Patriots will definitely.
I mean, shout out to Urban Myers and crew. They got their second win. This is their first win on U.S. soil since week 1 of last season.
That's like well over 400 days.
Yeah.
But anyway.
I mean, so shout out Josh Allen was the first player to sack the quarterback of the same name. Then he get a pick, and then he got a punt recovery. All on with Josh Allen. So,
I mean, this game, the best way to call this game in a headline like this on the newspaper headline: Josh Allen beats Josh Allen.
But a real Josh Allen, please stand up.
Oh, that's it. That's a good one.
I know I'll get a reaction out of Ricky. That's why I did that.
Well, Mr. Critical Broncos fans, according to him, the Bills are under heavier pressure than Dallas. In his honest opinion, Mr. Broncos fan, go ahead and give your reasons. I'm really curious. And to answer the question, if you're talking about the score of Buffalo and Jacksonville, I'll be honest. No, I was not laughing because I was more like I was confused.
It's a sexual innuendo thing.
Now you see, Ricky's one trying to make me laugh.
No, it's at 6-9.
Yeah, okay. Well, if that had crossed my mind in that particular scenario, I guess I probably would have laughed. But Sunday was not a good day, so me and him are definitely thinking alike.
Oh my gosh!
Oh boy!
By the way, before you get to this next game, all I have to say is these 3 words, and then you can talk about the game. Tyrod Taylor sucks.
Okay. Well, I spoke about Tyrod Taylor, and I asked last Saturday, was he coming back? Was it Saturday or Tuesday that I asked? Can you gentlemen remind me?
No, I told y'all he was coming back.
I mean, I know you said that.
I told you Tyrod Taylor was coming back, and I told you 2 weren't going to be playing.
Yeah, you did, but was that on Tuesday or was that on Thursday?
That was on Saturday.
Okay, all right. Yeah, and I mean, it's not like I didn't believe you, but But Tyrod Taylor, I mean, 24
did not look good whatsoever.
3 interceptions.
So I don't pick you against the Jaguars and you light them up. You finally come back. You're playing the Dolphins, who got beat by the Jaguars, by the way,
in London,
and the defense whooped your ass. DTA, man, DTA. I actually picked. I'm the only one who picked Houston, and I'm saying here like, really, this is really happening. And he threw a dumbass pick. I don't even.
Tyrod Taylor sucks.
I seen stupid picks be thrown before, but the one he threw Sunday was blasphemous. Okay.
Well, in the words of somebody that I know very well, repulsive, repugnant, disgraceful, and most of all, fraud.
I cannot believe what I saw from Tyrod Taylor. I really don't. So Kirby per se did not have Kirby just said they didn't like the scoreboard up. The final score is 17-9. The Dolphins didn't like the scoreboard up.
I mean, they were shut out in the second half. I mean, in the second half, only 3 points were scored.
And that was by who? Houston. Matter of fact, the same points that got Jacksonville the victory over the Buffalo Bills is the same amount that got Houston beat by the damn Dolphins.
I mean, this is one of the games Ricky would simply just puke because he couldn't stand a game like this. Yeah, there you go. You see, that's how he justifies it. But anyway, what do we got next, Mr. Linkwich? Oh boy!
They tell you always pick with your gut and not your head. I sat there on Saturday. Remember, I was sat there crying because I'm like, I really want to pick the Giants right about now. But if I pick them and Daniel don't do what he always do, I'm gonna be pissed. So I went to the goddamn Raiders, and Derek Carr did what Daniel Jones supposed to have done. What the hell?
I'm very curious to know Mr. Waldman's thoughts on this game. Mr. Waldman, if you could put your thoughts in the comments, I would really appreciate that, dude.
Hey, you know what made it worse? I was watching the pregame in the morning, and I found out Kenny Dolly was playing. I was like, "Oh, you need to change your pick. Kenny Dolly is back too. Change your pick. No, I ain't gonna change it. I had 2 opportunities to pick the damn Giants, and I ain't do it.
So in that case, you're not risking you're not risking going 0-3 in that case. Then, I mean, I picked the Raiders too, and I mean, as far as the injury goes with the Giants, all the depleted injuries. I mean, I'm not sure what's going on, but but now that the Raiders, Deshaun Jackson is, he says he's going there. I'm curious to know, in your opinion, Darnell, would that help the Raiders?
Without Henry Ward, they need a 3-3. Because as you've seen, they could not go deep whatsoever.
They could not go deep. So that's why I'm asking. So if Deshaun Jackson goes to Las Vegas, is that going to help?
Yes, that will help. Now, if he stay healthy, that's one thing. But as of right now, he's a healthy guy. And he'll be able to help them because they need a deep threat. Because as you saw, Derek Carr, man, if you just tell people their numbers, that tells a story right there.
I mean, Deshaun Jackson going to the Raiders, that's got some Dallas fans worried because the Cowboys got Las Vegas on Thanksgiving.
Yeah. What's Derek Carr numbers from Sunday?
30 for 46, 296 yards, 1 touchdown, 2 picks.
You said 30 for 46.
Yes, sir.
You threw the ball 46 times for how many yards?
296.
296. I don't know.
What's interesting is the Giants only had 245 yards of total offense, and actually,
Derek Carr
had over 400.
Stop right there. Derek Carr passing yard was more than the Giants' offense.
Yeah.
Who won the game?
The Giants. I mean, Daniel Jones only had 110 yards, even though the stats overall says 96. That's because there was those tackles for losses. I I would imagine. But I mean, look at that. Now I'm really curious to know Mr. Wallman's reaction because say one more time, Derek Carr had more passing yards than what?
The damn total. What the DTA man?
Well, Mr. Wallman got straight to the point. A win is a win. Yeah, I know that, bro.
Apparently now it's finally stuck into the head. Marinate DTA.
He didn't give us Sunday. I can't believe this. It would happen on this weekend, though. Out of all weekends, it happened on this one. What's next?
Like I said, certifiably unpredictable.
Now we get into to a little comfort zone here. Comfort zone here. Okay.
A little comfort zone. Maybe
Lincoln Financial Field, we had the Philadelphia Eagles playing host to the Los Angeles Chargers.
And you brought up the best point last week, Darnell, because remind us of something that we could not see coming.
Nah, I will get there, but I will say this though. If anybody thought that this game was going to be a blowout, you haven't been watching the Philadelphia Eagles closely. When Philly comes to play, you're in for a fight. Okay? You don't believe you guys are a Cowboy fan here. What they did on Monday Night Football to the Eagles, you don't get that very often against the Eagles. Am I correct?
I'm sorry. Critical Broncos fan just put an amazing comment. I mean, I'm just like, reminded of something that we should be reminded of as far as the 2020 picks for the Raiders. It's sorry.
I'm not getting to it. That's why I skipped over it.
I guess that's why Critical Broncos fan decided to remind us about it. But
he didn't remind me. I already knew about it. I just think I'm not talking about it.
You ain't talking about it. But yeah, you're right about the Eagles. I mean, if we expected a blowout, obviously they haven't picking the Eagles. I haven't been watching the Eagles. But what's important is that we all agreed. At least you and I agreed that we're not going to. We can't see the Chargers losing 3 straight. But, and Justin Herbert, his numbers, I mean, Justin Herbert looked...
He went back to looking like Justin Herbert.
He went back to looking like his usual self. 32 for 38, 356 yards and 2 touchdowns.
That's what I was looking forward to, and I'm happy he showed up.
And Keenan Allen had a great game.
That's what we needed right here, okay? Good job by the Chargers. At least one LA team won. Yeah, I am foreshadowing, so shut up.
Oh, boy. But in the Eagles' case, Devontae Smith, 5 catches for 116 yards, very respectable.
They need to get him more involved. He's their best receiver outside of Dallas Goedert. He's their best receiver. And you never know who gonna be in the damn backfield with Miles Sanders on IR for right now. He'd probably be back in either next week or the week after. Ball Scott took over last week, but it was Jordan Howard Sunday. You just don't know what the goddamn backfield for the damn Eagles. So.
By the way, just a little bit of a side note. Not only did Scott lose the game, but he lost to a 12-year-old at Rocket League.
Next game.
Oh, my goodness.
What would Green Bay look like without Aaron Rodgers?
We saw that.
They are playing against the Kansas City Chiefs team that we just in here rating for them to look like Kansas City. And despite winning, Bearman, Kansas City still don't look like Kansas City.
I mean, should I go ahead and give out Mr. Mahomes' numbers for this game?
Go ahead.
20 for 37. 1 touchdown, but take a wild guess of how many passing yards. Take a wild guess. You give up?
I'm not even trying.
166 yards.
It's black.
You see, I don't blame you because this is what leaves a sour taste in your mouth as far as this game goes. Okay.
Both teams are hot garbage.
So you're telling me the Kansas City Chiefs, fully healthy, are a 6-point favorite over a Aaron Rodgers-less Green Bay Packers team? Is that what you're telling me?
That's what I'm saying. But here's what's interesting. The Packers had more total yards than the Kansas City Chiefs.
But you're telling me if Aaron Rodgers was in this game, Kansas City get their ass whooped at home.
More than likely.
This is.
I mean, because he was also what's interesting. Randall Cobb played. Devontae Adams and Alan Lazard. Or Lazar.
Alan Lazard, Devontae Adams, Randall Carr, Marcus Valdez-Scantling, Aaron Jones, A.J. Dillon. All the weapons were there. We just didn't have Aaron Rodgers. You had Jordan Love. What was Jordan Love's numbers?
Jordan Love's numbers. Tell me when you're ready.
I'm ready.
19 for 34, 190 yards, a touchdown, and a pick.
What was Aaron Jones' numbers? Because that was Ricky's key factor on this one.
No, it was 12 carries, 53 yards. That's an average of 4.4 yards per carry. But since I like to round, that's an average of 4 yards per carry.
Well, give me the rushing attack for the Chiefs. The total. Don't go by name. Just give me the total.
The total. Okay. Well, combined carries for 22 yards for 83 yards.
22 carries for 83 yards.
Well, that's between the two running backs. Now, Patrick Mahomes and Tyreek Hill both had a combined 3 carry attempts, but that's for -6 yards. I'm not so good at math. That's why I didn't want to do the math in my head. So,
can you say dumpster fire?
Dumpster fire.
You're telling me what was supposed to be the game of the week until Aaron Rodgers did what Aaron Rodgers did, turned into this.
You know what I'm asking myself, gentlemen? Because a lot of fans, going back to the Cowboys, a lot of people are saying, okay, the Cowboys needed this down game so they can get back up and start winning again. Is this the same thing for the Green Bay Packers?
Damn, that's the same thing for every goddamn team right now. The Bills. They're gonna look at this and be like, we just got our ass whipped by the Jaguars. And they only kicked 3 field goals. The Saints, we let our ArchRivals come in our building and punch us in the mouth. The Chiefs and the Packers looking at each other like, but thank God everybody else played bad too. You know who's laughing right now? Tom Brady. He was on a bye week.
Or as Mr. Ricky likes to say, Mr. Thomas Edward Brady.
He was on a bye week.
But, in this game, too, Kansas City was shut out in the second half. There's only 7 points scored in the second half. And as Mr. Critical Broncos fan kindly reminded us, it was a garbage time touchdown. So, in other words, Packers really did get shut out. I mean, when you think about it that way, yeah, they scored, but again, it's garbage time.
We're in the 4 o'clock hour, ain't we? I know what the next game is. Go ahead and bring it up. God damn it.
Oh boy!
Talk about a team who is laughing their ass off right now
at us, and honestly,
hold on, wait. I don't know if the people can hear. I don't know if the people can hear Ricky, but correct me if I'm wrong. Did Kyler Murray play?
No.
Did DeAndre Hopkins play?
No.
Did AJ Green play?
No.
Did Chase Edmonds get knocked out within a few couple of plays of the game?
Yes. Here's another one for you. Does Ricky need to stop listening to Darnell? Yes.
I told you. I sat here and said DeAndre Hopkins not going to play, and I said Kyler Murray weren't going to play. And
you convinced my punk ass to pick those goddamn gold-rushing MFers in fucking San Fran, and I fucking listened to you like a goddamn idiot, and I fucking lost the game. Fuck you.
With it. Okay, so we're even because your dumb ass. Because your dumb ass. They wanted to listen to me about the damn Indianapolis Colts, and then was it the Texans? You didn't want to listen to me on that, but you end up going that way anyway.
Well, there it goes.
See, so we're even. So
there's the soundbite, ladies and gentlemen. Darnell doesn't want to listen to Ricky. Ricky doesn't want to listen to Darnell.
Did George Kittle come back for the 49ers? I believe George Kittle's on that stat line, correct?
Oh, he is. Tell me when you're ready. All right. 6 catches, 101 yards, and a touchdown.
And a fumble. And a fumble.
And then averaging 17 yards per catch.
You telling me? You're telling me One man took over the game for the Cardinals, and San Fran had no answer. One guy.
And he's a guy I'm very, very familiar with, aren't I?
No, you're not familiar with him. Because I'm not talking about Colt McCoy. Look at James Conner. The ex-Pittsburgh Steeler, who Pittsburgh let go because they didn't want him no more. Pretty much, he's washed up. He goes to Arizona. What does he do to Arizona? What did he do to the San Francisco 49ers?
Destroys them, to put it mildly.
Give the people the stat line.
Well, hang on to your hats, ladies and gentlemen, because this stat line, it's not just on one category of offense. It's two, as a matter of fact. But I'm going to go and start with the running game, because that's what James Conner is. He's a running back. 21 carries, 96 yards, an average of 5 yards, 2 touchdowns. That's the running game. Now we get to the passing game. 5 catches, 77 yards, an average of 15 yards per catch, 1 touchdown. So, unless my math is that terrible, that equals 3 touchdowns, right?
James Conner beat the 49ers. A healthy 49ers at that. Jimmy G was starting, right?
Yeah.
Deebo Samuel did play, right?
He did.
DTA.
Perfect timing, right? Well, Darnell, I buried my team. It's your turn now.
So check this out, right? So I'm watching what's going on with the Cowboys, correct? Mm-hmm. I'm seeing what's going on in Jacksonville, correct? I'm seeing what's going on with the Baltimore Ravens, correct? Yeah, I'll look at my brother. I was like, should I be concerned? Because as of right now, today is just whatever goes on day, right? You can't predict anything. The Saints thing happened. You seen what Arizona was doing. You seen what happened in Green Bay and Kansas City. It is leading up to the Sunday night football game. I'm saying, like, I just suspect anything right about now. That's how already I was like right now. And then we get to Sunday night football. Oh. Top team in the AFC conference, the Tennessee Titans, who a lot of people didn't have at the top of the conference, correct?
Nope.
Top of the conference, they lost Derrick Henry. They bring in Adrian Peterson. Ryan Tannehill has to take the load. But guess what? It wasn't the offense. It was the defense. The defense of the Tennessee Titans is farming. And that is a scary sight right now.
I mean, Matthew Stafford got sacked 5 times. And
you know the crazy part about it? We was number 1 in sacks allowed. We only gave up 8 sacks going into the game. That's the second game. The Tennessee D-line got a 5 by their damn self. Jarrell Casey? Oh, no, not Casey. I'm sorry. What's his name? Simmons. What's his first name? I can't even get his first name in my head. Simmons for the Tennessee Titans manhandled my offensive line. I mean,
Jeffrey Simmons.
Thank you.
3 sacks. Oh my goodness.
He pushed my guard straight into Matthew Stafford. Did you see that?
I saw the highlight.
He pushed him straight to Matthew Stafford. Then Matthew Stafford, okay. I give him this one, okay? One of the game is a game that he did not play well, okay? It was bound to happen sooner or later because, I mean, he putting up MVP numbers, right? He's second behind Tom Brady. And there's about every major category that comes to quarterbacks. He's second behind Tom Brady. It took a hit. It took a real hit because he put a Carson Wentz off trying to avoid a safety and he threw a pick. Tennessee scores on the next play. Comes back. Shout out to Kevin Barr. I was watching NFL Live today, and Dan Orlovsky and Ryan Clark broke down Kevin Barr's pick six. You know, I got to give him credit because he wasn't even in the right position.
No,
he did what he was not supposed to do, and he got the pick six, which tells me he knew something was coming. Something told him jump outside. That's what he did. He jumped outside and got the pick six. I mean, look. Yeah, Cooper Kupp almost had 100 yards receiving. Robert Woods almost had 100. It didn't even matter. You gave them 14 points in like 30 seconds. We couldn't recover. We just couldn't recover.
I mean the pick six wasn't even long. It was like 24 yards, wasn't it?
That was the very next offense possession. He checked out of the run because Kevin Byard came down. It was supposed to be a run. He checked out of it and went to shotgun.
He tried to fool the Tennessee defense, but nope. Tennessee defense, ain't gonna work. Ain't gonna work.
It just we took one on the chin, okay? We took one on the chin. I'm not mad about it because hey, Sunday. If you on Sunday Night Football, that means it's gonna be a contest, okay?
To Joshua, who's actually a new listener. Well, thank you very much, Josh, for tuning in. Josh, as far as the Cowboys situation goes, as we know, Greg Zuerlein was put on the Worldwide Bastard reserve list. That's what we call this whole thing. We call it the Worldwide Bastard. You can thank Ricky for that. But as far as I know, the other kicker that was on the practice squad is being worked out, and they brought in Brett Maher. But I would say to the Cowboys, give Dan Bailey a call.
So, yeah, Bearman.
But last thing I'll say, but hey, Josh, I've been saying this on my show, which is called Cowboys Talk. If you want the link, I can actually give it to you. I've been saying this for a while. The Cowboys shouldn't be selling for field goals because of how powerful that offense is with all the weapons. Yeah, there's no reason to be selling for field goals.
So, we both scored 16 points in losing efforts. And those 16 points didn't mean a damn thing.
I mean, it could have been worse. I mean, hey, my Cowboys lost to an average Broncos team. You guys lost to a good Tennessee team. I mean, yeah, you guys lost to a good Tennessee team. So
that was not the way I wanted to bring in my birthday, okay? All right. Now, if it was a competitive game back and forth and we lost, okay, I can take that, but we got our ass whooped at home in prime time. In prime time. That's our first loss in prime time this season, though, because we won our previous two, and we got two more to go, which both going to be on Monday Night Football. But that should be fun. But yeah, we got our ass whooped, so we got to regroup, because guess what? And that's because we on Monday Night Football coming up.
Yeah, Josh, unfortunately, they're bringing in Brett Maher for a workout.
Monday Night Football. Ricky going to be surprised when I say I didn't watch the game yesterday. I chose to watch something else where he already knows than Monday Night Football. Started up like I thought it would. Pittsburgh was dominating in the first half. I don't think Justin Fields know what hit him. But the second half, for some reason, became a contest. And Justin Fields started to look good again. Did his thing in the second half. Brought that team back. And then let's just get to it. The guy I can't think of his name right now. I know it's Casey and the last name starts with an M. No, it's not Hayward. Talking about for the Bears. The guy sats Ben Roethlisberger. He celebrates. He does. Kazzaz mark. He does the roundhouse kicker, right? Celebrates with his teammates. walks over to the Steelers sideline a bit. Him and the ref bump into each other, and he gets called for taunting. That's a lot that went in all in that scenario, which led to the game-winning field goal by the Pittsburgh Steelers. Even though Chicago still had an opportunity to win it, and they missed the field goal. Bearman. Taunting, I know taunting.
You can't celebrate anything until the game's over, until you've won. Flat out. You don't celebrate until it's over. If you haven't won the game, there's nothing to celebrate. Okay. I don't understand why. Seriously, I mean, I get it. You had a good play, but you know what? Finish it out. Because if you don't win, what good does it do? I mean, yeah, they'll be talking about that particular play, but the one thing they'll remember is you didn't win. That's what it's about.
I mean, Joshua, you want to answer that question? Let's remember this. The Jaguars beat the Buffalo Bills. The Atlanta Falcons beat the New Orleans Saints. The Chiefs won by 6 over the Jordan Love Green Bay Packers. Half the damn offense was out for the Arizona Cardinals, and they still smacked San Francisco in the mouth. I mean, this entire week needs to be explained. It's not just how the Giants won. This whole week needs to be explained because nothing good happened for most people, okay? In this whole entire week. Bear fans are pissed off because they feel like they got robbed the game. Pittsburgh fans are glad they won, but they still on the edge because they don't know what the hell's going on with the Pittsburgh Steelers. Cowboys fans, they know they took one on the chin. And they looking nervous right now. LA fans, one week the Chargers letting you down, the next week's the Rams letting you down. Buffalo, they trying to figure out how the hell they lost to the Jaguars in the first goddamn way. And they still trying to figure out how they only scored 6 points. And how the defender Josh Allen outdoed the quarterback Josh Allen. I mean, if you look everywhere, it's just that's a lot that you can't unravel right now. It's just that's how the week was, okay? That is how it went. Oh Lord, Thursday night football. South Florida Hard Rock Stadium, which I actually saw, by the way, when I was down there in Miami. We had the Miami Dolphins with a game time decision 2 on Tagovailoa, or Jacoby Brissett against Lamar Jackson and the Baltimore Ravens. You know how bad it is, Bearman?
Well, just to give everybody the numbers, once again, we do have now a disclaimer. If you go to use any of our picks towards your personal usage, we will hunt you down, we will hurt you, and take your money if you win. It is a general consensus, Baltimore, a 8-point favorite in Miami.
Well, it's no surprise that Baltimore's the favorite.
Hold on. Do you even trust that line right now?
No.
I mean, it's not just the teams you can't trust. Can you trust anything, Playmaker? I mean, can we?
I mean, in the right state of mind, Bearman and Ricky, you said Baltimore is 8-point favorite.
Yes, 8-point favorite, and the under/over is 47.
In the right state of mind, I trust the Ravens. But how can you be in the right state of mind after what took place on Sunday? But I'm still taking the Ravens, okay?
I mean, I'm in the exact same way. I mean, I said earlier, right now, I might as well save it for Saturday, but yeah. In this particular, Tua's listed as day-to-day.
It's a game time decision.
He's a game time decision.
It don't even matter if he.
It doesn't matter.
I'm still taking the damn Ravens.
Even if Tua plays, what are the chances he gets hurt in the game?
What are the chances that the running back scores the only touchdown for the Dolphins?
Right? Yeah. You can't go against Baltimore and yeah.
My pick, without doing any analysis, I'm taking the Ravens straight. Miami getting the 8.
I knew you was taking the Ravens. Okay. This is oh my god, Joshua. It is just you just don't know no more. You just don't know no more. I don't know. We just don't know. Right after Sunday is like what the hell. And trust me, what the hell is going to continue tomorrow? You know why? Because me and Bearman got to come right back and we got to discuss college football. It's almost what the hell took place over the weekend. We had 2 unbeatens get knocked off. And nobody was impressed except for the Georgia Bulldogs. I mean, Bearman football this past weekend. I don't know, man. I just don't know. So tomorrow 6:30, me and Alice will be back again. Do what we always do. Recap last week. Group of 5 top 5 lists. Go over the college football poll for week 2. Get into the slate for week 11 and just try the best we can because football is getting more interesting week by week now. DTA, don't trust anybody.
Don't trust nobody.
So on behalf of Ricky, I am down to Playmaker Sallins. That man over there is Kazzaz, the Bear of Texas. We'll catch y'all tomorrow.
Hey, did you like that show? Like, share, follow, subscribe. Share out our shows to all of your social media. Need merchandise? Check out paintrainpipebomb.threadless.com for quality merchandise at great prices. Tune in next time for another edition of ArchRivals Football, and we'll catch you on the flip side.